Hello cookbook friends, and welcome to the Cookbook Divas YouTube channel. My name is Katie, and today I wanted to walk you through Devour NYC, a cookbook. This is by West-Remmey and Rebecca West-Remmey, and I was surprised that I fell in love with this cookbook. I'm gonna have to try almost everything in this cookbook just because it's really awesome. It's not that big, like it's quite small, as you can see, and I just fell in love with it. I like the concept, I like everything. So Greg and Rebecca have done this thing that I think a lot of us would love to do. They're eating their way throughout New York City and showcasing some of the best of what their local restaurants have to offer. And I love that chefs are willing to just kind of generously give these recipes so that some of us can, share. I live in Seattle, so some of these foods, I was surprised because I thought, I would have already had some of this stuff. But it is different on the east side, so I was pleasantly surprised to see that there are actual differences between city to city and coast to coast. So I like that they're eating their way through New York. I wish that I could do that with Seattle, to be perfectly honest. And they're showcasing each restaurant, each chef. They give a lot of accolades to these people. If you want to follow them on Instagram, their Instagram channel is I believe, at Devour. Let me just triple check that. It's at Devour Power. So if you want to follow these guys, if you live on the east side, or if you fall in love with this cookbook just like me, or you go travel to NYC, definitely follow them, Devour Power, on Instagram to see what there is to offer, because there's obviously more than just this cookbook. So let me get started with the table of contents and kind of I'm going to just show you what this is all about. It's going to be awesome. So the first chapter we have are aggressive handwiches. Then we have not your average backyard barbecue. Next up we have tomato. So this looks like more pizza, like your pizza chapter. The next chapter is keeping it saucy. Then we have tortilla time. Perfect. And then fire starters. That means like appetizers, but their little subtitle is not so small, and that's so true. They're not small apps at all. And then the last chapter is treat yourself. And being from the Pacific Northwest, or even just the West Side, we're obsessed with health and, trying to be healthy and dieting all the time. I like this approach because they're big, bold, adventurous flavors, and they go big, they enjoy their food, and I appreciate that. So I'm just going to show you guys a few recipes that I really like, and hopefully you will too. So we've got the Penino Supremo sandwich. This comes from Blue Ribbon Fried Chicken. It's in East Village, New York. So as you can see, this is like not for the health oriented. That's fine. This looks amazing. So it's like a super spicy burger. It's got a marinara sauce and chicken. It just looks amazing. Next we have, this one sounds really interesting. It's the Texas hot dog. And see, it actually is like it's like a chili cheese dog, but holy moly, look at how many ingredients are in this chili. Like, it's so much, but it's just really kind of amazing. And it's huge. This is amazing. So let's see if I can find some other ones. Firecracker Wings. Wow, this would be one of my husband's favorites. This comes from International Wings Factory on the Upper East Side in New York. So it's a pretty simple, structure. We've got the ingredients and instructions, but above they share the story of the restaurant, the chefs, how they came upon it, and some recipes give you extra tips, like the chefs were willing to kind of share extra ways of making the recipe better or altering it for whatever needs that you might have. So let's see. There is one recipe in here that I have to show you because it's insanely amazing. I mean, like, the whole taco section is phenomenal, but so this isn't the recipe I was looking for, but it's the Bogoji cheesesteak tacos. I would not have thought about putting that together, and that is amazing. So that's like Korean styled meat with cheesesteak in a taco. I mean, that looks amazing, right? So let's see if I can actually find the crazy recipe that I thought I saw it, but maybe not. Anyway, I really like what they've done with this cookbook. I think it's different. I've not really seen a lot of cookbooks that feature just strictly restaurants. It's usually other people's personal recipes, which is fine, but this one's really just cool. So this looks amazing and delicious. My full pig is showing. So this is steak burrito with Kettle queso. This makes 4 burritos, but it's really not that complicated over here. If you see, it doesn't have a lot of ingredients or instructions. You could probably make this on the week nights, but this is going to be filling. So like I said, big portions, just like no shame, and I totally dig that. I'm going to showcase one more recipe for you, and it's going to be a dessert recipe just because who doesn't love dessert? So this one is super cute. It is. Let me find it. No. They're the French toast fritters. These are really cute, and I like them. The inside is a Nutella croissant jam, and I just was kind of blown away by that. I would have not thought to mix those two things together. I think that's really awesome. This is from Roebling Sporting Club in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. So these are great. All of these recipes in this cookbook are really awesome because you can share them. I imagine myself cooking a lot of this stuff for like parties because it's super easy to just kind of divide up, share, and I would assume most people would enjoy a lot of these recipes. Very American, but very diverse too. I mean, that is America. We're all about diversity. So this is a really cool cookbook. I definitely recommend checking it out. It's not super big, so if you wanted to cook through a whole cookbook sometime this month, this would be an awesome opportunity because it's not terribly big, and everybody's gonna love these recipes. They're super awesome, super cool. So definitely check out New York, Devour NYC, a cookbook. Also, make sure to check them out on Instagram at Devour Power. And yeah, follow them. Follow the restaurants they go to. Thank you guys so much for watching this Cookbook Divas episode. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and like the video. If you want to see more cookbook content, come check us out on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and our blog at cookbookdivas.com. We also have a Cookbook Divas podcast channel that you guys should check out. It airs every Tuesday and Friday, so we'll see you there. Happy cooking and have a great rest of your week.